Thank you, Sheikh. Anyone who has a question, feel free to just unmute and go ahead and ask your question, or you can put in those who can't stay awake the whole night.
Yes. Yeah, I know there are people who cannot do that. People, inshallah, you should keep in mind that these are similar things. If for any reason, because of medical reason or for any other good reason, for example, let's say you have to go, you report to work tomorrow morning. So if you were to keep awake whole night, then you will not be doing well tomorrow morning, right? You may not, for example, you may not be able to be productive tomorrow next morning, and you are being paid for that. Maybe you have got a frontline worker, whatever it is. So of course, Allah will forgive you. Whatever you can do, do it, and then of course take a rest. These are not wajib things. Circumstantial, Allah knows your circumstances.
Another question is from the 3 nights of Laylatul Qadr, which one is most likely to be the actual Qadr night?
Actually, you'll be surprised. No, Imam was asked this thing. Imam was asked this thing that is not Laylatul Qadr one night. Imam said yes. He said, then why don't you just identify? And Imam said, I'm not quoting exactly the words, but to the extent, Imam said, what stops you, what harms you to do good things on all these nights? So Imams themselves have decided not to identify which of the 3 nights is most important. Who are we to do that? No. Let us just take this nemat that each of this night, keep in mind that let's say because it's one night, right? But when you do this amal 3 nights, all this amal and istighfar and tasbih is not being wasted, right? So at least because we think that the Qadr was last night, we perform last night. We think it is on 21st night, we perform those amal. We think that it is on 23rd night, we do it. No, so we repeat those amal. But those amal, those du'as, those istighfar, those munajat, those keeping awake is not wasted at all. So of course, it's a ni'mat of Allah subhanahu wa
ta'ala. I think it's like a follow-up kind of a question for the folks for people who can't stay up in the night to do the amal. Can they do it in the day because of their work? Can they instead do it in the daytime, the amal?
Certain things maybe you can do. For example, let's say it is mustahab to recite Jawshana Kabir. So yes, you can do it in the morning. It is mustahab, for example, to do 100 rakat namaz, right? So maybe you can do that. But for example, that short amal, what we did last night with Jamaat Maulana, that was less than an hour, right? At least that you should do it. The basic amal which are there, reciting what those du'as, holding the Quran, keeping the Quran on the head, and then the names of Masumin and the istighfar, tasbih. I think those are basic. It takes really less than an hour. So at least perform those things after Isha namaz, after your iftar, you perform that and you can go and rest. Other things, inshallah, then you can do it in the daytime.
Very good. Why did Laylatul Qadr have a grand status even before the Quran was revealed?
Well, subhanAllah, you'll be surprised. The 5th Imam was asked, why is it that for example, we are told that if you perform one good act in Laylatul Qadr, you get 1,000 times reward. Why is it so? And Imam said, again, I'm not quoting exactly, paraphrasing because I'm fasting, so I have to be careful, but just the essence of the meaning I'm telling you. Imam said that if that was not the case, if Allah had not kept such kind of nights whereby when you perform good deeds which are multiplied so many times, then we'll be doomed. That means we will not be able to reach that state, right? We need, for example, to raise ourselves to get near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and then go to Jannah. To earn those things normally will be difficult. It's like, for example, let's say that somebody who earns hand to mouth, right? That is his pay. But then, okay, he's told that if you work, for example, during holidays, or if you work during Christmas or during December, you get bonus. So that bonus really helps him, for example, to do extra things. His hand to mouth. But when the bonus gets, then he can go for Jarat, he can go for Umrah, he can go, for example, right? In the same way that Allah has created this kind of things for us that we can benefit and more sawab and get near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and perhaps inshallah also have the hope to go to Jannah.
Very good. When practicing moderation, especially in spending, how can you identify if you have become a frugal person? and try to avoid becoming such a person, because most spendings are for wants and not needs.
Yeah, of course, it's something, it's not an easy line, but just look at it. That, for instance, when you look at yourself, look at the things which you have, and somebody who is your friend, maybe even your own brother, who leads their life, right? Now, if, for example, let's say your own brother or your own cousin or somebody, your friend, can survive, as an example, with $3,000, why is it that you need $5,000? There's something somewhere wrong. That why is it that no, your spending is far more than somebody who is, just like you, has the same number of children, So you can see that sometimes, just compare, you realize that no, but it's not an easy thing. One of the best thing is to just see that what you go out, do you really need it or not? I mean, advice, don't create your need to when you go to the market. When you go to the market, before going to the market, just make a list of what you think you need and then go and buy it. Because when you go to the market, they display those things in such a way that you will feel like taking it. But then you didn't need it, no? It's just attractive for you to just buy it. So the best thing is that, prepare your need, make a list, and then go to the market, no? So just whatever you need, and of course, whatever extra is there, there are so many good projects and so many people who need, right? You can share your wealth now. You can see also in the night, the hadith we just now saw, two things out of this was mentioned. One was taking care of people who are needy, masakin. Other was giving sadaqah. So out of this number of things which Musa is talking to Allah, two things were just about concern for those who are needy.
Sant. Before we ask any more of the chat questions, is there anyone who wanted to ask a question out loud? Okay. One other question was, I was given to understand that the last 10 nights of the month are all Laylatul Qadr nights. Is this true?
No, the hadith says one of the, Laylatul Qadr is hidden in the last 10 nights. So it could be either 21, 23rd, 25, 27, right? But no, it's not all 10 nights.
Okay. And a couple, I think, fiqh questions here. Can Fitrah be paid before Eid night? And does it have to be paid locally, or can it be paid abroad?
SubhanAllah. Now this is, again, we are getting to fiqh.
Yeah.
And I always say that be careful, because if you start opening fiqh question, there'll be no end to it. But because you asked this question, please, we are not discussing Fitrah. And I don't know if you were there just a few days ago, there was question answer with Maulana Rizvi, and the same question was asked, right? Fitrah, of course, only becomes wajib on the night of Eid, once the crescent is sighted. Before that, Fitrah is not wajib. So if you have to send earlier, because give the time to reach, for example, in Tanzania or Kenya or Pakistan or India, you can do that, but you will give that as a loan to that person. Once the crescent is sighted, Hilal is sighted of Shawwal, then you turn that loan into a just gift as Fitrah. So down you will forgive the loan and become Fitrah. And of course, the Ayatollah Sistani says it is necessary that you give locally. Only if people who are not available locally, then only you can send overseas. And if you send overseas and if you get lost, you have to send again. You have to take it out again.
Any other questions? There is another question. I'm not sure I understand, but I will read it anyway. It says, we did 100 rakat qaza namaz. Do I have to do 2 rakat extra? Can I do it now? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think if you do qaza namaz for 6 days, it is 102 rakat automatically. If you did, for example, qaza namaz for 6 days, that will come to 102 rakat. So you can do that 102, or you can even do 100 rakat. And for example, you decide not to do 2 rakat, of the 6th day.
And why is there more stress given to the 23rd night being the Laylatul Qadr night? Why is there more stress there?
No, I don't think so. It's only that there are extra amal there. But otherwise, hadith which has come to us from Masumin, they give importance that all these nights can be the nights of Qadr, but yeah, some of the amal on 23rd are more than the other amals, so maybe we think that no, that is more, but keep in mind that no, nobody knows. No, clearly the hadith clearly says that no, somebody goes to Imam and says, please try to identify 21st, 23rd. Imam does not do that. No. So.
Ascent.
There was a sister who had asked about the du'as to recite at the time of wuzu yesterday. So I have a paper wherein I had written the du'as with the translation, and I also made a frame and put it in my bathroom. So if anybody needs that dua, you can just email me. One of the brothers can just write my email there, academyofislam@gmail.com. If you just email us, then I can just send you a PDF document of those duas to recite at the time of wudu, when you wash the face, when you wash the hands. The duas are there with translation. I have them ready. I can just, inshallah, send to you by email. Thank you again for joining us. Just please pray for us that we can continue serving Mu'mineen, especially in this month of Ramadan. Inshallah, see you tomorrow. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Thank you very much, Sheikh. Thank you everyone for joining today again. Inshallah, we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good Hafiz.